Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm trying to learn C++ completely from ChatGPT. Right now, I just finished some functions, and because I'm already familiar with other languages, this was pretty easy. But because C++ is not the same as Java or JavaScript, languages I'm more familiar with, I'm going to ask if there are any C++ nuances to do with functions. So you can have function overloading, so basically the same name for a function but with different inputs. There are also default arguments, which you can say with end name. There's also inline functions. I wouldn't say is a nuance necessarily. Anyways, there are these const member functions, and this is in classes. So we haven't dived into classes yet, but I'm still going to see what it is. In classes, member functions can be declared as const, indicating that they do not modify the object in which they are called. Okay, that seems a little bit more abstract. There's also pointers, you can use pointers to functions that allow you to store and pass functions as arguments. We, we haven't got the pointers either. So yeah, I'm not gonna really worry about that too much, honestly. I'll just tell it to move on to the next lesson. Because while stuff like pointers and the other things are really important, it's hard to understand if I really haven't even gone to pointers at all. Okay, let's see. The syntax would just be the type, the array name, and the array size. That's how you would simply declare it. Or you can declare with curly brackets to see what's inside of the array. And also, if you don't initialize all elements, the remaining ones will be set to 0. You can access any element with bracket syntax. You can create multi-dimensional arrays with basically creating rows and columns with 2 different square brackets, basically the same as Java. You're telling me to fill in the logic, but you've already done so. I mean, this assignment is better, so I guess we should be working on that now. So we can just basically read input and assign it to our array of I. And now we can print them out by just doing stdout. And then from there, I can assign it to array of I of j. I mean, array j of I guess. Oh, matrix, not array, duh. Huh, why can't I input anything? Should this work? I mean, it's saying to add spaces to it, but for some reason I can't input anything in. I'm not sure if that's something with my IDE, so I'm gonna ask it. For some reason I can't input anything when running this. Okay, such as terminal command prompt. I mean, maybe I should just run this executable. So let's go click this, see what happens. Okay, yeah. That's better. So I'm gonna ask for any array nuances. Okay, yeah, array size cannot be changed up to declaration. So undefined behavior if you go out of bounds. So does it throw an error? That's interesting. Row major order. Rows are stored one after another. Okay. Passing arrays to functions. You actually have to pass a pointer to the first element of the array. Huh? I don't get that. Oh, so you actually have to pass in the size of the array? That's interesting. There's also this thing called std array, which is from C++11, which provides a safer, more convenient way to work with fixed size arrays. Okay. And there's also the thing called vector, which is basically probably the arrayless equivalent. I could be completely wrong. Anyway, some stuff about pointers. We're not getting into that yet. Probably once we get into pointers, my brain will start hurting. So, yeah, let's not get into that yet. Until ChatGPT thinks I'm ready. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Hope you subscribe. Like always, bye-bye.